lot of reading lately, man, and your book stands out to me as something that's, I think, really powerful and really needs to be said in society. Chapter 4, you go into detail on the woman and her impact on society and some ways that she can be integral to building up the man. So can you expound about a little bit on that in terms of how integral the woman is to just how society is ran overall?
Yeah. It's easier and more simple than a lot of people ever thought. Because for one thing, I know your situation. You're my little cousin. I know your situation that you've been through.
Right.
The same way your ex-significant other caused you trouble through your son. Yeah. A woman could also be the opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? As detrimental as a woman can be, she can be as, what's the word I'm looking for? Positive, impactful on a man.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because women are very, very important to the whole scheme of things of us doing what we came to do in the earth. Some women are here to do their own thing within themselves, don't need a man to do whatever. Just like Harriet Tubman, she's the example of that.
Exactly.
You know what
you talk about in the book as well. Her Sojourner.
Yeah, exactly. Sojourner, like all of those women, like they didn't need. So for some reason, people think women are subjected to men their whole entire lives or their existence. It doesn't. That's not true. Women are very, very powerful within their own right. But at the same time, how much more powerful can a duo be? That's why in today's society they have these terms like power couple.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? That means both the man and the woman are involved and they are as equally powerful.
Exactly.
And I would even go so far as to say the woman is a bit more powerful than the man, because in the wee hours of the night, like if a lot of these heroes or whatever leaders that we've had walk the earth before us, they went through things in the middle of the night that nobody knows about him and his woman.
Definitely.
I know I have my own, stories about, you know what I'm saying, going through certain things. We were just watching something about Miles Davis when he died on his deathbed. It was his woman there.
Exactly.
She the one who calmed him down, and he went out. You know what I'm saying? She said he deserved, for somebody that gave so much to the world, he deserved to have the woman he loved next to him when he died, even though they weren't together.
Right.
So that was a cold thing. But in the book, I speak about the power that a woman wields.
Right.
She can be positive or she can be negative. She can be hot or she can be cold.
Exactly.
You would have to get into that book to really understand the hot and the cold. I break it down to the very last compound. I left it very, very simple. Really in layman's terms, I wrote the whole book. So for anybody that's really in a relationship and they don't really understand what's really going on and why it's not working for them, look, this book is a very, very powerful tool to add to your collection of books.
Exactly. I also saw that you touched on professional sports and how it's kind of being acquiesced to gladiator and Roman sports from back in the prehistoric time. So touch on how our athletes that we're putting on pedestals now are being judged and being critiqued and things like that. And we're really just layman humans that just have more athletic talent than the everyday person. So kind of touch on the whole infrastructure that is sports and kind of just how that takes away from what we need to really focus on, which is what society has going on in place for us.
Well, anything that distracts you from what you were put here to do or takes away a significant amount of time in your day, it is a tool that's being used by the people that you're actually supposed to be competing against.
Right. Okay.
See, my book in a nutshell gives people an understanding of why we are here and what's the purpose. See, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people, that question has been out there for years and years and years. That's been tried to be tackled by scientists and all sorts of different type of professional people trying to answer that question of what's the purpose of man. You see what I'm saying? So the people who are running the world, which we all know as being called the one percenters, the people who have all the money, who own everything, they put these sports out here to distract people like you and I. from really living out our potential. We are really supposed to be their competition. If they are greedy and evil, we should be giving and righteous.
Exactly.
The direct opposite of who they are. I think the people who are really supposed to be running the world are on the bottom right now. And that goes back to something the so-called Jesus said in the Bible. The first would be last and the last would be first.
Exactly.
I feel like we are the last and we were put here for a reason. We were debased for a reason by the universe. I think us as black people, as melanated people, or whoever you want to call us. Not all of us are put here to be leaders, but those of us that come from the melanated race that are natural born leaders, we have to do what we have to do to put things in the universe back in order.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And those things like sports and you taking our soldiers, like somebody, like if I had a kingdom, I would have a military.
Right.
I would have soldiers. You know, the powers that be today use those people who would have normally been a part of my military or the military for the righteous, using them to make money off them. Got them running up and down football fields, running up and down basketball courts, hitting baseballs, and you see what I'm saying? Doing these type of things for them, boxing and making a lot of money, but they're doing it individually. They're not doing it for their people and their culture. So these things are a distraction in a whole lot of ways. That's why they would, you know, pay them so much money because they are doing their jobs. You know, everybody likes to see, you know, the board. Like if you're getting up and doing a 9-to-5 job every day, you want to have some entertainment in your life.
Exactly.
And the powers that be know this, so they provide them with that. And at the same time, they make millions and billions of dollars off of it. You see what I'm saying? So they're killing 2 or 3 birds with one stone.
Exactly.
I talk about that in the book. That's another reason why people want to go out there and add this book to your collection no matter what. Don't get caught up in, oh man, I know him or whatever, who he think he is. Look, man, act like you don't see that I'm a black man. That's funny because a lot of people, they just can't believe a black man could have the type of knowledge that I display in this book.
It's a great book, guys.
And it's coming from a spiritual place. It's not coming from somebody that you know me. I didn't, you know, I graduated from high school. I could have went far, but when I hurt my shoulder and realized that I couldn't play football, I was like, school is out for me. I did that long enough. Now it's time for me to go and live, you know, and find my way in the world. You see what I'm saying? So, and that was a blessing in disguise too, because I could have been easily one of those football players running up and down the field. You know what I'm saying? But the universe didn't want it that way. So I ended up writing a book and explaining this whole thing, man. It's okay what they have and how it's set up. We're supposed to look at it and say, okay, yeah, let's copy that, what they're doing.
Exactly.
But at the same time, when we get the money that's generated from these type of sports and entertainment, we're going to feed the people with the money.
Exactly.
We're going to put the people in a better position that they're in today. That's why the people should choose us now. That's why people should get this book. You know, 30 million people buy this book for $30. You know what I'm saying? You put a 0 on that 30, that's 300, that's $900 million. Now you got somebody like me with the heart that I have to go out and then initiate the first being last and the last being first.
Exactly. Exactly. Reinvest the money in the community.
Back into the computer. Yeah, back into the community.
Exactly.
You know, back into people who deserve something. You know,
exactly.
We've been down for too long. We need somebody with our best interests at hand, and I think I am the person to do it. And the beginning of this whole quest for us to get back in right standings with the universe is to get my book. I'm just like you are. You know me. Yeah. I'm just like that person is that's watching this video. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram or whatever, you run across this video. Look, man, support yourself by buying this book. Like I said, told somebody I put $30 million. Really, you can't put a number on it in a book that I'm just selling for $30. PFG 300. I like that number in case you're asking 30, 300, 30 million. That I use that number all the time. I think it's a powerful number. That's why they had a movie about it, 300. I didn't copy the movie. You know, the movie copied me. Look, get the book. That's all I can say.
Get the book, guys. Get it.